how to plan or structure a speed session, put extremely simply. So I've noticed a lot of people, or a lot of things with speed, is overcomplication. You see a lot of fluff in a lot of sessions, and there's not necessarily anything bad with the fluff, but I think a lot of it is unnecessary. And if you are low on time, I think you can completely skip over those stuff. For someone like me, sometimes I really have to just do a session and try and complete the important stuff, which is the actual speed part, which is getting faster, which is sprinting and jumping and doing athletic stuff. I'm mostly referring to speed drills. I'll probably make a video on them later on, but for now you can know I'm not a big fan of them. I don't think they add a lot of value, and I think speed sessions can be much more simple. I'll take you through a speed session that I did quite a while back, but I have videos of it, and I think it's easy to show what I do. So usually what I do, I'll start with a dynamic warm-up. Someone who is not really big in a warm-up, I don't like taking insane amounts of time for warm-up. I try and get into it as quick as possible, or I like doing something else in the warm-up that I can at least get some type of benefit out. For this, usually is for me is passing. I usually run up and down the field with a partner and do some passing work, because it's good for my sport, so I do that. Slowly start, if I have to, do some dynamic stretches, but sometimes I just skip it and I just gradually start picking my pace. When I do start with the stuff, I always start with some type of hopping. This might be pogos. This is really basic, just some easy pogos. The goal here is to get a lot of reps, stay bouncy and stay springy. For 3 sets, I rested after every 20 reps, walked back and went again. Then I switch over to some more explosive type of work, where it's not about volume but more heavy intent, producing as much force as possible repetitively. In this one I did a 3 consecutive broad jump effort. I love these because you have to project yourself each time and you get this nice little straight angle, which I really like each time, and you have to reproduce it every time you land, so it's a bit better than just jumping once, and it's good to see if you can actually beat your previous attempt. Reps for the broad jump, I did 3 consecutive ones as you see in the video, but I did this for 6 attempts, so basically 6 sets of these broad jumps. I go into some smaller sprints, so that will be a bit shorter, so usually 20 meters that you can do for 6 reps. Alright, after that I move into the longer sprints. These ones I won't do too many of. This is a very low session after all, so I'll do 4 50 meters flat out. Keep in mind, for the 20 meters I rested about 90 seconds between each rep, and for the 50 meters I rested 2 minutes and 30 seconds for each rep, and that is what I did. Super simple, super easy. It took me about 35 minutes, and I was done. Speed training doesn't have to be complicated. It just needs to be done. It needs to be done consistently, and there's many ways you can get fancy with it. There's a lot of stuff you can work on. There's a lot of different ways you can work on stuff. It doesn't always have to be this simple. I would say this is one of the most simple ones I usually do. Yes, I do get fancy with it sometimes. I do try and add in a lot of stuff, especially when I have a partner with me, sprinting with me. I'll make videos on that, but for now this video was more about how simple it can be to do an effective speed session, because this session is effective.